Have you ever stopped to think why the wisdom of Solomon, the king renowned for his unmatched wisdom, was excluded and concealed for centuries? Perhaps these teachings contain truths so profound and mysterious that they transcend human comprehension, offering insights that could forever alter humanity's course. In this video, we will uncover the reason behind the suppression of Solomon's incredible wisdom and explore what these forbidden secrets hold within. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Make sure to follow to stay updated on the latest discoveries about the hidden truths of human history. The first book of Kings depicts Solomon as an exceptionally wise monarch. Early in his reign, God visited him in a dream and offered him a single wish. Solomon asked for a heart capable of discerning and fulfilling his royal responsibilities, and in return, he was blessed with profound wisdom and insight. 1 Kings 3:5-14. 1 Kings 3:12. I will give you a wise and discerning heart, so that there will never have been anyone like you, nor will there ever be. This set Solomon apart as a paragon of wisdom and fairness. Nevertheless, the wisdom of Solomon, a text excluded from many Bibles, contains meanings that extend far beyond the conventional interpretations in other scriptures. Known also as the Wisdom of Solomon, this text was excluded from the canonical Bible for several reasons tied to historical and theological developments within religious traditions. Some theories suggest that its exclusion resulted from a combination of complex linguistic, historical, and doctrinal factors. While the Catholic and Eastern Orthodox churches include this book in their deuterocanonical collection, Protestantism categorizes it as part of the Apocrypha, the hidden or secret books. First, let's consider the origin, timing, and language of the text. The Wisdom of Solomon was written around the 1st century BCE during the reign of Caligula, 37-41 CE, and was composed in Greek, likely in Alexandria, Egypt. Unlike other Old Testament books written in Hebrew or Aramaic, this text was written in Greek. Alexandria, a center of cultural exchange between Greek and Jewish thought, saw many Jews influenced by Greek philosophy, including that of Plato and Aristotle. These influences are reflected in the Wisdom of Solomon. The use of Greek in the Wisdom of Solomon posed a challenge for the Jewish community, which preferred texts written in Hebrew or Aramaic, the traditional languages of the Old Testament. Following the Babylonian exile, Jewish tradition held that the Bible should be written exclusively in Hebrew, and Greek texts were often regarded as less authentic. For Jews, the Bible books needed to be written during the prophetic period, meaning before the era of prophets ended. Jewish tradition held that the prophetic period ended with figures such as Malachi and Esdras, around the 5th century BCE. Since the Wisdom of Solomon was written in the 1st century BCE, it did not meet the requirements of traditional Jewish scriptural standards, leading to its exclusion from the Hebrew Bible. The second area of focus is the philosophical and theological disparities present in this book, which set it apart from other canonical texts in the Bible. The Book of Wisdom introduces several distinct philosophical and theological ideas, heavily influenced by Greek philosophy. It addresses themes such as the immortality of the soul, the rewards and punishments after death, and the separation of the righteous and wicked souls. These concepts align with Greek philosophical ideas, particularly those found in Plato's works concerning the soul and its immortality. While the Hebrew Bible's prophetic books touch on similar ideas of the soul and afterlife, Orthodox Judaism does not place as much emphasis on these topics. Instead, traditional Judaism focuses primarily on the significance of earthly life and the observance of Torah laws, rather than exploring metaphysical themes like the nature of the soul or the afterlife. This approach makes the Book of Wisdom seem disconnected and incompatible with Orthodox Jewish views. In addition, the ethical teachings in the Book of Wisdom, which could influence other Christian denominations, help explain its exclusion from both the Jewish and Protestant canons. To further explain this, we will compare specific ideas in the Book of Wisdom with those in other canonical biblical texts, examining how the philosophical and theological content of this book may challenge or contradict established doctrines. The central theme of the book is wisdom, which is presented in two main forms. The first form is that wisdom, in relation to humanity, represents the fulfillment of the righteous person's knowledge, a divine gift made manifest through their actions. The second form is that wisdom, in its connection with God, has existed from the very beginning alongside God. The 19 chapters of the book can be grouped into three main parts, as organized by Lester Grabb. Part 1. The eschatological section, which includes a call to justice, the speech of the wicked, the contrast between the righteous and the wicked, and counsel on wisdom. Part 2. The Wisdom Book, containing Solomon's reflections on wisdom, wealth, power, and prayer. Part 3. The Historical section, which begins with an introduction, followed by 2 sections on the plagues, focusing on God's power and mercy, idol worship, resulting disasters, and concluding with a final hymn. The book is directed to the rulers of the earth, one-to-one, urging them to love justice and seek wisdom. The wicked, thinking everything is random, indulge in worldly pleasures, but they are deceived. Unlike Ecclesiastes, which contemplates the futility of human ambition, Solomon's wisdom delivers a more forceful critique of injustice, asserting that wisdom is a steadfast protector for the righteous and a formidable force against evil. Wisdom is depicted as a revolutionary force, a divine weapon against tyranny, a concept that could disturb those in positions of power. The text also expands upon the Genesis creation story, revealing wisdom's active role in the creation of the world. While Genesis speaks of God creating the world with His Word, Solomon's wisdom presents wisdom as existing alongside God from the beginning, actively involved in shaping creation with purpose and clarity. Wisdom is not just a divine characteristic, but a co-creator in the unfolding of the universe. This idea is reinforced in Proverbs 8, where wisdom states, "I was there when He set the heavens in place," illustrating its essential role in the divine creation process. The Book of Wisdom depicts wisdom as a divine force, deeply entwined with God, portraying it as a mighty and knowledgeable entity. Wisdom 7:25-26 describes it as, "Wisdom is the breath of the power of God, a radiant emanation of eternal light, a mirror reflecting the works of God." This aligns with Greek philosophical traditions, where wisdom bridges the gap between the divine and human realms. In contrast, the Hebrew Bible does not treat wisdom as a separate force, but as a gift from God, granted to those who revere Him and follow His commandments. Proverbs 9:10 states, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom." This highlights that wisdom is a result of reverence for God, not an inherent divine attribute to be acquired through personal study. This conceptual difference likely led the early church to exclude the Book of Wisdom, which contained radical views that challenged contemporary authorities. The wisdom described here is beyond human control. It demands justice and denounces falsehood, making it difficult for those in power to accept a concept that operates independently of their authority. The Book of Wisdom emphasizes the immortality of the soul and life after death, stating in Wisdom 3:1, "The souls of the righteous are in the hand of God, and no evil shall touch them." This passage highlights the eternal protection of the righteous, suggesting that the soul endures beyond death, receiving either reward or punishment in the afterlife. The Hebrew Bible does not focus on immortality as explicitly. It deals more with the relationship between humanity and God in the present world. Ecclesiastes 9:5 reads, "The living know they will die, but the dead know nothing. They have no reward, and their name is forgotten." This contrasts sharply with the Book of Wisdom's view on immortality, which was not accepted by traditional Jewish thought. The Book of Wisdom introduces the idea of divine rewards for the righteous and punishments for the wicked after death. Wisdom 5:15-16 says, "The righteous live forever. Their reward is with the Lord, and He cares for them." This passage provides a view of the righteous receiving eternal rewards, including a crown of glory from God. However, Judaism generally places less emphasis on the afterlife and more on blessings in this life, such as those found in Deuteronomy 28, which details the rewards for obeying God's commandments. This contrast between earthly blessings and afterlife rewards may explain why many Jews resisted the afterlife focus of the Book of Wisdom. The Book of Wisdom describes the righteous as nearly perfect, saying in Wisdom 2:22, "They do not know the mysteries of God, nor hope for the rewards of righteousness, nor believe that the pure soul will receive its reward." This portrayal contrasts with the Hebrew Bible's focus on the imperfections of human beings, such as Psalm 51 verse 5, where the psalmist confesses, "I was born in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me." The portrayal of the righteous in the Book of Wisdom as almost flawless differs from the Hebrew Bible's view that emphasizes humility and reliance on God's mercy. These differences in how the righteous are portrayed illustrate why the Book of Wisdom diverged from traditional Hebrew teachings, contributing to its exclusion from the canon. Its teachings on immortality, the afterlife, and divine wisdom were at odds with Jewish and Christian beliefs, leading to its rejection by both communities. This book's focus on the afterlife and the soul's eternal journey clashed with traditional religious ideas about the importance of living righteously in the present, explaining its exclusion from the official canon. Do you know any other reasons why this book was banned? Please leave your thoughts for everyone to discuss. Let wisdom guide us, helping us realize that living a meaningful life is truly preparing for an eternal existence filled with light and love. Together, we have explored the wisdom of Solomon, a treasure of wisdom that not only contains profound insights, but also leads us toward a life full of meaning and eternal existence. This wisdom calls on each of us to live virtuously, honor justice, and seek light amidst life's challenges. If you find this message valuable, please click like and share this video with your loved ones so we can spread light and knowledge together. Don't forget to follow our channel so you don't miss the upcoming interesting videos, where we will continue exploring the secrets and wonders in the Bible. We look forward to receiving your thoughts and reflections. Please leave a comment below about what you have learned from today's lesson and how Solomon's wisdom has impacted your life. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Praise God for the wisdom and light He has given us. See you in the next videos, and always let wisdom guide your steps.